Once upon a time, in a realm that existed beyond the boundaries of our familiar world, there was a momentous day everyone awaited with a sense of wonder and reverence. Judgment Day. It was not just any day, but a grand and sacred occasion when every soul, from the farthest reaches of the earth, would gather before the great King. On this day, the very skies would seem to transform, as if the heavens themselves were preparing for a spectacle of divine significance. The sun would darken, casting an ethereal twilight across the land, while the moon would take on a strange, crimson hue, signaling that something extraordinary and profoundly important was about to unfold. This celestial transformation would make everyone pause, look up, and reflect on the gravity of what was to come, feeling a blend of awe and anticipation in their hearts. As the appointed hour arrived, the great King would make his majestic appearance, surrounded by a brilliant host of angels, whose radiance illuminated the entire scene. The King's presence was both comforting and overwhelming, a perfect blend of compassion and authority. Each person, young and old, would stand before the King, feeling a deep sense of humility and reverence. The King, with a gaze full of love and wisdom, would begin the solemn task of judging. He would gently guide each person, separating them into two distinct groups, much like a shepherd sorting sheep from goats. This separation was not done with harshness, but with a deep understanding of every individual's heart and actions. The scene would be one of profound significance, with each person awaiting their moment with a mixture of hope and trepidation. In the King's hands were two remarkable books, each holding a crucial part of the day's proceedings. The first was the Book of Life, an extraordinary record where the names of those who had lived their lives with kindness, compassion, and love were written. This book was a symbol of their journey and their choices, reflecting their good deeds and the love they had spread. The second book contained a detailed account of every action, both good and bad, that each person had taken during their lifetime. As the pages of these books were opened, they revealed the true essence of each individual's life. The King would carefully review these records, providing a fair and just assessment of each person's journey. For those whose names were found inscribed in the Book of Life, the day marked the beginning of an eternal joy and peace. They were welcomed into a realm of pure happiness, a place where love and kindness illuminated every corner, and where they would reside in serenity forever. Their lives had been filled with acts of goodness, and their hearts had shone brightly with the light of their virtues. This moment was one of celebration, where the fulfillment of their righteous choices was rewarded with a profound sense of contentment and eternal bliss. However, for those whose names were not recorded in the Book of Life, the day presented a very different reality. They faced a path that was challenging and filled with sorrow, a stark contrast to the joy experienced by the others. This realization came with a deep sense of regret, as they understood that their choices had led them away from the peace and happiness they had hoped for. The day served as a poignant reminder of the importance of living a life of kindness and love, as the consequences of their actions became clear. As the day drew to a close, the great King looked upon all his people with a heart full of love and a desire for their well-being. He wanted each person to understand that he had offered them numerous chances to choose the path of righteousness and to live a life filled with compassion. With a sense of hope and encouragement, he wished them all the best for their futures, leaving them with a message of redemption and the possibility of a new beginning. As the sun set and the moon returned to its usual glow, the people dispersed, carrying with them the profound lessons of the day. They understood that their actions mattered greatly, and that living a life of love and goodness was essential. With these reflections in their hearts, they drifted off to sleep, dreaming of a world where kindness and love filled every corner, just as the great King had always wished for them. And so, with the hope of a better tomorrow, they rested peacefully, knowing that each choice they made could lead them to a future filled with joy and fulfillment.